Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Black Panther, how I discovered this character in the first place, and how I got hooked on reading Black Panther comic book series. And I got to tell you, when I got into reading comic books, as many characters, I saw Black Panther for the first time, Marvel Series 1. He didn't appear to, I was trying to remember, I don't think he appeared in Marvel Series 2, but he did in Marvel Series 3. And I just was really indifferent to this character back in the day. I didn't think he was too interesting. I remember seeing him for the first time in action in a Amazing Spider-Man annual. I'm working off my memory, where he teams up with Spidey to fight against Ultron. I thought he was okay in that story. And it took me forever to get into reading Black Panther comic books in the first place, especially like here in Argentina. I was already living in this country when the Marvel Knights Black Panther series came out. Like every once in a while you would see an issue pop up, but they wouldn't normally import that particular comic book here. But the Reginald Hudlin Black Panther series did come out here, and this was the first time I read a Black Panther comic book that just really got me hooked. Then I went back and got my hands on the Marvel Knights stuff, which also was pretty awesome, the Christopher Priest Black Panther. But this was like the first Black Panther series that got me really hooked on this character. I really discovered how interesting he was. And we also have John Romita Jr.'s art, which he does a fantastic job. I really love his artistic style. And it works really well with Black Panther and with Wakanda and all that. And my big issue with this particular story is it doesn't feel like it's canon within the normal Marvel universe. A lot of the characters and situations, like there's a major retcon to Black Panther's origin. There's a retcon to Claw's origin in this story. Certain characters are different, or there's different types of situations, so it feels sort of weird. It doesn't fit in the normal Marvel canon. But after the House of M, when they went back to the normal Marvel universe, like this whole Black Panther series sort of folded in and meshed better within the Marvel universe in general. So back in the day, we have a group of white colonialists. They want to take over. They want to enter Wakanda. They heard legends of this place has immense riches. When they arrive, they encounter this guy that's dressed like a big cat. This is probably T'Challa's great-great-great-grandfather. And these Europeans, with all their modern weaponry, get their asses handed to them. John Romita Jr., I love how he does this technology that's very reminiscent to Jack Kirby's old school technology. So that's an old flashback. We cut to the present day, where we have people in the White House. They're deliberating what to do with Wakanda because they don't want to work or negotiate with the United States. They don't align with any other country. They're 100% neutral. And so this is during the Bush era. So they're wondering, they know Wakanda has immense riches. They want to get their hands on their imaginary metal, that's vibranium. But Wakanda doesn't want to go in business with the United States. They don't want to go in business with anyone. So more hawkish parts of the U.S. government are thinking, hey, these guys can be cataloged as a rogue state. And so this is very much part of politics of the time. This was during the Bush era when it came out. I think this came out like 2004, 2005. So a lot of the current politics bled into the series, and there's a lot of politics in Black Panther comic books, and that's why I was really drawn to it, because he's a head of state and he has to protect his country. And I actually studied international relations, so this whole angle of diplomacy, international politics, international relations, and Black Panther within international political philosophy, he would be like a hardcore realist. And so what happens is parts, the more hawkish parts of the U.S. government, they're going to sort of funnel money to a group of mercenaries to try to overthrow T'Challa, the head of state of Wakanda, Black Panther, so they can get their hands on the resources. And if that doesn't work, they have a plan B. So we cut to the Claw, which is a very different Claw than the normal Ulysses Claw. So that's what I was telling you guys about, the whole thing about the canon. Everything's a little bit different here. So we get the whole ceremony where Black Panther basically gets the title of Black Panther. He goes through that classic ritual battle, fighting against his uncle. Ulysses Claw is like building up his army. One of his first recruits is the Rhino, one of the stupidest, but I really love this character. Also, he recruits Bartok, also Radioactive Man, but it's another Radioactive Man. It's not the Chinese one. This guy seems to be from Russia. And like that Radioactive Man was on the Thunderbolt series. So that's what I was telling you guys about. It's sort of confusing, the whole thing, if this is canon or not. So we get the whole retcon of how Black Panther's father died, how he was invited to these these negotiations among world economies and governments. So the heads of states of other countries tell Wakanda's like, we want your vibranium, we're going to sell you technology, and and Black Panther's dad just blows him off. He's like, we need nothing from you guys. and so this whole situation leads to these guys actually contracting an assassin. They're going to try to take him down. This leads to the death of Black Panther's father, and this assassin is really Ulysses Claw. Very different to the origins of Black Panther and Ulysses Claw from the classic Fantastic Four era. So another thing that just really feels weird is one of the recruits, Claw's recruits, is a Black Knight, but he's not Dan Whitman. He's another guy that's being trained by the Vatican, and he's from England. And so that feels really weird. But the whole thing is that after this story, this particular Black Knight, we never see him again. But the Ebony Blade does stay in Black Panther's possession for a real long time. And it's pretty cool to see Black Panther wielding that sword. And he has like this special vibranium armor when he uses it. So this group of mercenaries plan to attack Wakanda. We get a pretty good battle. There's lots of action. Again, John Romita Jr.'s art is really good. Very enjoyable. And the contingency plan that the U.S. government has, if these guys fail in overthrowing Black Panther, they send a group of Deathlocks to have boots on the ground in Wakanda to take control of the situation. Like here we see the Deathlocks here. So when, at the end of the story, spoilers, Black Panther defeats the bad guys, seemingly kills Claw. These Deathlocks arrive, and Black Panther's like, tells the United States government, like, you guys get these robot zombies out of here now. So this was the first story that really got me hooked on Black Panther, set me on the voyage of trying to get all the Black Panther stuff I could get my hands on. So hope you guys like this video. See you guys next time. Bye.